Well, the dogs and cats often get the spotlight when it comes to pet adoptions, but this morning we are hopping into a different kind of cute. Rabbits are smart, social, and according to experts, can make wonderful indoor pets. And joining us live now is Larissa, Communications and Development Manager with the House Rabbit Society. Larissa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we are so excited to talk about House Rabbit Society and these adorable bunnies and rabbits that you brought here this morning. They are so cute. Oh my goodness. So first of all, because I know everyone's going to want to learn about the rabbits, we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, tell us about House Rabbit Society. You guys have been around for 4 decades.
Absolutely. So we were founded in 1988, so we've been around for quite a while. And back then, you know, it was a very wild concept that rabbits could be pets. They were really viewed as livestock. And so we've come a really long way since then. But we still have a long ways to go. We still talk with people now who don't understand that rabbits can still be indoor companions. Just like a dog or a cat, we like to describe rabbits as vegan cats. They can be litter box trained. They should be spayed and neutered. You're seeing that they're very curious. They can be very cuddly.
Yes.
They have all sorts of personalities, all different shapes and sizes. We like to say that there's probably a rabbit for everyone.
Oh, that's sweet. And on the topic of personalities, of course, tell us a bit about the personalities of the rabbits you brought on today.
Absolutely. So Thing 1 and Thing 2, named after Dr. Seuss characters, are right here in front of us.
So cute. I love the names, Thing 1 and Thing 2.
They're very curious. We suspect that they're brother and sisters. They came to us from Monterey County Animal Services. Typically, our rabbits come from different county shelters. They reach out if they have a rabbit with medical needs, the shelter isn't able to care for them. We have the resources and we're able to step in, or if the shelter is simply too full, and we're happy to step in if we're able to at that time. And then I have Ricardo here on my lap. He's quite mischievous. He came to us from Oakland Animal Services, just across the bay.
Oh my gosh, they are all so adorable. I want to ask about Thing 1 and Thing 2 real quickly here. Are they a bonded pair, and is it important that they stick together?
Yeah, that's a great question. So yes, if we find a pair of rabbits that come in together, we want to keep them together, they should stay together.
Okay, got it. Do you recommend people adopt rabbits in pairs? Do they do better by themselves or with another rabbit?
Yeah, that's another really good question. And I think it depends on the rabbit. You know, if a rabbit is a single rabbit and they have a lot of attention from their person, you know, the person is spending a lot of time at home with them, you know, the rabbit isn't alone. I think that's probably going to be all right. But it also is very different than, you know, a rabbit having a friend of their own, a rabbit friend of their own that kind of speaks their own language, if you will.
Yes.
So it is nice if they have a bonded friend. And we do offer something called speed dating. So if someone has a single rabbit and wants to see if their rabbit wants a friend or is even interested, that is something that we offer. They can bring them in and meet some of our rabbits.
That is adorable. Now, I noticed that Ricardo has more of a lop ear,
yes,
whereas Thing 1 and Thing 2, they're a little bit larger. So how many different types of rabbits do you have, and do they all have distinctive personalities based on the type of rabbit they are?
Oh yeah, that's a great question too. So I mean, I'm definitely not the person to speak to about breeds. There's a lot of different types of breeds. I think we see a lot of different types of mixes in animal rescue, but definitely all sorts of shapes, sizes, colors. Thing 1 and Thing 2, you'll see they have those pink eyes. A lot of people, I think that can kind of scare them, but we like to say that rabbits with pink eyes, their eyes are just pink because they're full of so much love.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
So for folks who are watching right now who are interested in adopting, what are some things that they should know when it comes to preparing the home and making sure everything's ready to bring in a rabbit?
Absolutely. So we do offer free Zoom classes for anyone who's interested in learning more about how to care for a rabbit. We try and make education very accessible to people. Most people's experience with pets is dogs and cats, definitely not with rabbits. So we want to make sure they're getting the education that they need to be successful with a rabbit in their home. And so like I said, we have that Zoom class. Bunny proofing is a big thing.
Yeah.
Rabbits' teeth never stop growing, so that's why they have that innate urge to chew things, and they maybe don't have the best reputation with landlords. So wrapping cords with cord protectors, kind of keeping things off the floor. In my house, we like to say if you leave something on the floor, it's kind of fair game for the rabbit to chew.
Maybe giving them something to chew on.
Exactly.
Is it like maybe a toy or carrots or something?
Oh yeah, definitely toys. There's lots of fun handmade things that you can do at home to kind of give them enrichment and then hopefully keep them from chewing your things.
Wonderful. And how can people get more information?
Absolutely. So they can go to our website, houserabbit.org. There's a lot of great information there. We also encourage people, if they're able to, adopt. And then if you're not in a place to adopt, fostering also is helpful, especially if someone is new to rabbits. That's a really great way to see whether you like having a rabbit in your home. We only ask for 2 weeks. We'll send you with all the supplies that you need to get started. And then also volunteering is a really good way of also just getting kind of like your bunny fix if you're kind of curious about them.
Fantastic. Larissa Church, Communications and Development Manager with the House Rabbit Society. Thank you for bringing on Ricardo in Thing 1 and Thing 2. We hope that they're adopted very soon.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.